my job is to bring them back home so they feel comfortable in their own skin.
Welcome to Now What, a bold, honest podcast about reinvention in midlife where inspiration meets real life humor. I'm Melissa, and if you felt the shift and wondered what's next, you're not behind. You're just getting started. Here, we laugh, we go there, and you will leave thinking, okay, I can do this. Because midlife isn't a crisis, it's a plot twist. Let's go. Squad. If you've ever looked in the mirror, seen one breakout, and immediately questioned every decision you've made since 1997, this episode is for you. Today's guest is Zhanna Gavrilov, a holistic skin specialist, licensed esthetician, certified life coach, and founder of Radiance Coach. With more than 25 years of experience, she helps women heal their skin from the inside out by connecting skincare, nutrition, stress management, mindset, and emotional wellness. I have all the above. I need help with all the above. She's also the creator of the Inner Harmony Facial and the Radiant Skin Wellness Journey, a 90-day program designed to transform not just your skin, but your confidence too. Squad, please join me in welcoming to Now What, Zhanna. Woohoo! Welcome.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. This was so lively. Wow, thank
Oh,
you so much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. I mean, anytime I see esthetician, I mean, it's like, yes. I mean, seriously, my crew, we're like obsessed with our skin because obviously as you get older
Yeah,
and, you know, midlife, our skin changes,
yes.
right? And there's so much, the internet's great, but then there's just so much and it's just overwhelming. So I'm super excited. Um, So let's get into it. I should mention you are based in Southern California in Orange County.
Yes, I'm in Newport Beach, Orange County. Yes.
Love it. Beautiful. Okay, so you've been in the field for over 25 years. What made you realize that skin issues are often much deeper than just what we see on the surface?
Yes, thank you. Very good question. Experience of being in the field for that long and seeing, what people are going through, plus my own journey of personal growth.
Mm.
Not that I was suffering with acne, for example. No, I was trained to treat acne, but I was always suffering with, let's say, self-criticism, being hard on myself. And I've noticed that my clients are also doing it, especially when their skin is not behaving. So, over the years, when I've been working with clients only delivering nice but temporary relief, I realized that there's must be more. Otherwise, to be honest with you, I was getting a little bit burned out. It was about 15 years ago when I started realizing that it's just becoming a little bit more repetitive and not as fulfilling, let's say. I love doing the treatment. I love touching the skin. I love doing massages. I love relieving the skin of impurities. But yeah, it was getting just a little bit, not as fulfilling until I finally realized that there's more to it. So when we started getting more information, when I was able to study other avenues of what encompasses the holistic health, it
Yeah.
clicked, the puzzle came together. So the diet came into the play, right? Learning all of about American standard diet and all of those things and all the toxicity. So the lifestyle. And
Yes.
the last thing that came to play where it actually transformed the way I work now is the inner outer alignment. That came from my personal self-growth journey, where I thought, okay, this would be the last part that I need to bring in. And that created such a difference in my work, made it much more fulfilling for me and the results also for clients and different.
Well, absolutely, because I was so excited to speak with you because I've never heard um I've had facials, I've gone to had treatments, et
Yeah.
cetera. My daughter's, I'm taking her to stuff, but to combine the inner work because it really does. Like, and I too am in nutrition. And so, in our skin, the skin is the biggest organ. And
Yeah.
so what you eat and what your gut health is absolutely um affects how your body looks, and that includes the skin. I mean, I
Yes.
know when I eat dairy, it's like I break out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I break. Yeah, go
It,
ahead.
isn't it interesting how the nature made it? I tell people it's on your face. You can't ignore it,
Right,
right? It shows
right.
right away, whether it's a breakout or dark circles or some sort of, wrinkles, after a long night when you wake up not looking so great, but it's right there. It's a message right away for you.
So before we get into what the inner harmony facial actually
Mhm.
is, I have so many questions. I'm so excited.
Well,
You mentioned about women are living in skin exile.
yes.
Can you explain what you mean by that? Because I thought this was so interesting.
Yes. This is when women are basically in quiet separation from self because of how they think of their skin. So my job is to bring them back home so they feel comfortable in their own skin. So the self-authority is back inside, not everywhere else.
Hmm.
So we actually realign the inner and outer alignment.
Got it.
Because we can do so many things to our skin, whether it's for acne or for age management. We can buy the most expensive creams or treatment, but if inside we're living in the criticism, if we exile ourselves that we're not good enough still, none of those treatments are ever gonna be it or make
Right.
you look so youthful and so joyful and light.
Right. It's that inner self-talk that
Yeah.
literally affects mind, body, spirit.
Yeah.
So, what exactly is the inner harmony facial and how
Yeah.
did it come about?
Yes, my favorite thing. So the facial consists of combination of your skincare treatment, customized, always bespoke, depending on what's going on. People usually book a time with me. It's either an hour, hour and a half, or 2 hours treatment. So I have many different modalities that I employ. All of them are from the holistic aesthetics world. So we don't like to damage the skin, to be extremely aggressive on the skin, but they're still results driven. What we do is we stimulate the skin's natural healing response, but not damaging,
So,
right? We
give me
Mhm.
an example of that. Like, is that a certain technique you use or
So there's different modalities. One
okay,
of my favorite modalities is a microcurrent treatment, for example,
okay,
right? So it
got it.
works with your natural electromagnetic field and electrical field, right? Stimulates it. It brings the vibration closer to the earth frequency. So it blends with your own electromagnetic fields and it stimulates the cells. Another treatment that I love is by Osmosis Beauty. It's a vitamin A infusion. So vitamin A helps us to build collagen, stimulate cellular renewal. So we do vitamin A infusion. Yes, it's quite results driven, but it's not going to make you so red or peely too much or having downtime for a long time. So um, that's what I meant. Red light therapy, facial massage, deep European massage, how I was trained to do it, when I was, getting my training all the way back in 90s, back in Moldova. So we help deep tissue massage on the face and neck and décolleté to stimulate that blood circulation. Because the more blood circulation, the healthier the tissues. Basically, we need that stimulation, we need that oxygenation so the cells can get that nutrition.
And
Right.
squad, you have to know, I'm staring at you, Johnny. Your face is gorgeous. Like you
Oh,
are like literally, you guys, you got to check her out. If you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple, you have to also go check her out on YouTube. Like
I appreciate it. Oh my
walk,
God.
you walk the walk.
I
Like,
appreciate it. Thank you. So far, I stay away from any kind of injections, and most of my clients, they're also the ones who want more of a holistic, natural age management. So, I tell them, we'll see. We have our tricks and things that we do, and we work on our inner. So
so
that's
explain
where
a little more of that. Take me for example. Okay, we do a consultation, I assume. I assume do you do consultations over Zoom
that's
also? Okay, great.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. So,
So I'm like,
so
I'm gonna be an OC next week, Zhanna.
oh,
Hook me up.
okay.
No, I was just saying, like, let's say
Yes.
I want to get facial. We'll do a Zoom consultation or whatever. And
Hmm.
then you decide, okay, I need the inner harmony facial. So you decide what modalities to use on me. And then while you're giving me the facial, are we doing inner work,
Coach. Yes.
inner coach? Okay, this is what I want to make sure everyone understands because
Yeah.
I've never heard of this. So I want to make sure everyone we get the gist of this.
Oh, yes. So here's the thing. Everyone is different, right?
For
We
sure.
have some people are extremely ready and they love to dive in. They love coaching. They know what it is. They're into personal growth, right? So with those, I can dive right in and we'll see what is the topic that on their mind. But I have to actually back up for a moment. I always start my coaching with when it's a new client, with coaching around their skin. So they're
Okay.
not in their skin exile, right? So that's my very first treatment, maybe even the second. I need to square that out. That needs to, because we need to think about the skin in the right way. There's different things that I take them through. So first session for sure, it's going to be more about that, unless they already know, a lot of things about it, then we can dive into something else. So for my regular clients that they already know
Yeah.
how do they need to think about their skin? What do they do as far as the rituals when they take care of their skin at home? Then yes, we can dive into topics that they might be relevant for them right now. If there's no topic, if there's no topic, we still want to uh, do some personal growth. I have, for example, a cards that we can pull out. For example, I have some of this Louis Hay cards asking you given, or power thoughts. I have different ones. So this one is asking and we're given by Abraham. So there's different.
Oh, I've read that book.
Yeah, you see
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean?
Abraham and Esther Hicks.
Exactly, exactly. So when we are open to receive, right? When we
Right.
are making that intention, everything starts with intention. We'll say, okay, let's pull a card and see what we need to hear right now. And then by pulling this card, then maybe we'll talk. Okay, since this came, that means it's relevant on some level. So let's talk and see how do we apply this to our life? How this relevant to you? So I usually go through asking them questions, right? So we have this lively conversation and breakthroughs a lot of times. Sometimes I do use certain techniques with them. Now, when I finish our modalities, when we can talk and I can ask questions, so this has basically replaced our just regular chit-chatting. And we catch up for a few minutes, but then
Right.
we go deeper, right? So
Right.
that's how I felt. I feel like we can talk about things just random, but why not work on inner? So you get two in one. Now, when we get to the part of the facial when it's massage or masking, we need to relax. We need to regulate our nervous system. So usually by that time, some breakthroughs are created. And I use that information and as I start their massage, I start breathing techniques with them and guided beauty meditation for total body relaxation. I'm using Reiki and I incorporate what was important for them, right? Maybe we were talking about more of a self-acceptance. Maybe there's a forgiveness that we were, like all kinds of different things I might incorporate. I might take them to their place of power. And that's where we're going to start reviewing, renewing, recharging. I have different meditations, and a lot of times it's just something that takes me, I follow my intuition, what would be best
Right.
for them. And a lot of times people fall asleep, they don't even kind of finish listening to my guidance, which is fine. I say that means that's what you needed. That's what you need. It's not just a nap, it's the wellness, um, like renewal. Um,
This is right up my alley, first of all. I mean, I love this kind of stuff. Do, is it one of those things where if someone's skeptical, because like this is up my alley, but I can
Mhm.
see some people going like, I just don't get it. But then once they do it, are they like, oh my God? Because it is kind of hard. I would feel like you're doing a beautiful job explaining it, but it's one of those things you really have to experience it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. And the second thing is I listened to this audio tape every
Mhm.
night. And the woman I worked with said, it's okay if you fall asleep. So that just made me think of you because subconsciously,
You're still hearing.
yes,
Yeah, I'm using basically
meditation. Yes,
techniques with them. So, because I do have a background in human communications through my bachelor degree and then life coaching school and the hypnotherapy certification. So, I like to combine all my little, modalities and just see. And again, it's not a cookie cutter, right?
for
It's
sure.
depending what
Session.
needs what. I have people that I worked with for 3 years, and they finally are able to relax for about 5 minutes and follow me. But they cannot do a 40-minute meditation. But before they couldn't even do it for 1 minute. They would, so it takes time, and they love it because eventually they become more and more regulated. Their nervous system, they understand the benefit, but they just thought they just couldn't. It's not so easy right away.
Well, and then your skin just looks so much better. Like I am so fascinated by
I
it.
agree. People get up and they glow from within because they're just so relaxed and there's some breakthroughs. And if they take on taking some actions afterwards, like action steps that we
Right.
talk about, then they actually can hopefully create more of a transformation because, you know, transformation doesn't happen in one session, right? And I see people usually like once a month, sometimes once every 2 weeks, but mostly it's once a month. I do in between sometimes if people just want coaching, for example, I call it activating inner beauty. If they want follow up, if they need support, I can do it, either in person or online. But mostly, if it's with facial, we do it kind of a check-in once a month and see what's going on. What can I help you with? How
Mm.
can we create some of that inner beauty? Because that's the most important. Yes, we got to take care of our body. Why not stay young and look younger? 5, 10 years, I tell my clients that's our intention. But if the inner is not working, then
And I think in that majority target audience for this, would you say midlife, women in midlife, or is there a big range?
it's actually interesting question. I have a range because yes, midlife and that transition when you feel like "Ah, I'm not as young or as pretty anymore, that's very difficult transition for women, and I want to dive more into supporting them. But I also been doing a lot for younger adults with acne
I love that.
because that's the biggest thing for a while. We only work on this reframing how they treat themselves and their skin. And then eventually we take it, into other topics of what's going on, whether they're in college or they're working or, whatever's going on. And at the end, they actually say, it's interesting. They come for the skin, but skin is just a door into this whole world of personal growth. And I'm hoping that this opens that door and they can do more of it. I recommend books for them to read. Maybe they can take seminars, for them to change their life in that sense. Because that's,
I love that age group is coming to you because you're so impressionable back then. You know, the beauty I say of midlife of being 50s is I don't really give a crap anymore what people think about
yes,
me. However,
finally, thank God. Yes.
finally though, but you ask teenage and college and post college Melissa, I was believe me, that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
So I love that because also uh I'm all about just empowering women of
Yeah.
all ages, and it does start, it goes back to whatever trauma you had, and acne can be traumatic.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, well, that is okay, so that's amazing. So, basically, step number 1 is you sign up for, like, a consultation,
Yes.
correct? Yeah.
Mhm.
Ideally in person, but you'll do Zoom.
Yes, definitely. A lot of times when people come book for first facial, we first do about half an hour consultation and then we go into a treatment. Because I gotta really learn into what's going on there. I
Yeah.
really need to get into all the details and see how the energy is, what do they think about themselves, what do they do, what do they eat, all of those
Oh,
things.
yes,
There's a
yes.
lot.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot, and we could go I mean, that's a whole other podcast
Yeah.
of what you eat is
Yeah.
okay, so then you created the Radiant Skin Wellness Journey.
Yes.
It's a 90-day program, skincare program. Okay,
Yes.
so
It's
fill
online platform. Yeah.
Oh, it's online.
Yes, it's going to
Oh,
be online.
okay. Fill us in. What is it?
So basically, it was like a calling that was coming through. Everything that I do with my girls here when I treat acne, I was thinking, how can I help broader audience, even though I cannot physically do the treatment, but everything I teach them in all of the aspects about their skincare, about the product, about the diet, the lifestyle, and the inner outer alignment,
Yeah.
I can now do it with them online in a group. I created a course that I think if I meet with them twice a week, I can truly take someone through the transformation, all of those levels, that at the end of it, they'll be confident in what's going on with their skin and how to take care of it. I don't know if the acne is going to go away completely after 3 months, but they should be out of the woods and they should be able to continue knowing what to do for them, not to guess, come back home knowing, okay, I know what I need for my skin. And I would like for each person to have a consultation with me first so they know, okay, what do they need, what products they need, what supplements they need, what detox they need to do. And then 1 day a week, we would do all the learning about all these different 4 pillars, how I call it your diet, your skincare and treatments, your lifestyle, and your inner, outer, your emotions and your mindset. And then the second day of the week, we would do guided meditations, we would do coaching, reframing, and even home facial. I want to do home facial with them. They will be doing something. I'll guide them through that. So, and when I see them that often, even though you think, oh, it's a no, but they get supported. I could hold their hand through it because it's so hard with acne, especially in the beginning, especially first months, first 2 months, it's hard to adjust to that. It's hard to adjust, your habits and your lifestyle and thinking, always looking in the mirror and thinking negatively. So when
Right.
somebody is
Yeah.
there,
No, go ahead. Go ahead. My apologies. Go.
no, no, no. When somebody is there to actually coaching you through it, often enough, it works so much better because when I have my girls here in treatment, I ask them if you're able to come at least every 2 weeks, if not every week, for a while, at least 4 times, at least 6 times, it'll be so much faster because I always coaching them. And then in between they text me, I'm helping so I can see somebody got to be there with you. It's hard on your own. So
Oh my gosh, I love that. I mean, I being a fitness and nutrition coach myself, having my own fitness and health coach, it is well, number one is consistency, right?
yes.
That is one of the hardest things is like anything, like nutrition, like diet with skincare
Yeah.
regimes. You gotta be consistent.
It, it doesn't work if we were just looking at it, right? We
Right.
gotta do it.
Believe me.
Yeah.
So I love that. And it's the accountability
Yeah.
and
Mentorship. It's a mentorship as well.
it's a mentorship. So is this currently live? Have you launched this? Or are you just doing like with your inpatient program or your like in-house patients right now?
It's online. This is going to be launched. I'm actually gathering a beta cohort. I want to start with the beta cohort to see how this is all going to go through because this is a new concept and I'm very excited about it. I'd love to start it within the next couple of months.
Okay, well, you have to come back. Once it launches, you have
Yes,
to come back and
yes.
we have to talk about it. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some questions. So I personally am one of those. I don't regularly go to an esthetician.
Mhm.
I feel like every time I get a massage, they inundate whatever products I'm currently using are the wrong ones. And then so I feel like shamed.
Yeah, I hear
I'm not
you.
saying you do this. You seem very lovely. You seem very
No,
lovely.
I hear you.
So,
I know what you mean.
yeah.
Hmm.
So I get very overwhelmed. Believe me, I've spent so much money on stuff that then sits in our drawers. And I think that is common. What is one product that you see out on the market that you think is just a waste of money? Is there something right now that's all the hubbub and the hype and you think it's a waste? Or in reverse, what is like one to two things that we must have in our bathrooms for skincare?
I think that there's a lot of hype that I think is not really there's not so much foundation about it. Is too much of Korean skincare that has so many different things and steps, and it's just, I don't know. People are thinking that is something really nice because they see it online. And first of all, we don't know if there are filters that people have
Right.
when they're doing all of this application. We also have different genetics than Asian skin sometimes. So I'm not sure how is it can be all okay for everybody. I I'm not sure if the skincare is really non-toxic because that's another big thing, that is just so I think it's just too big of a trend, a hype and trend. Everyone's different. You gotta see what works for you and not again run out to the authority outside, and just try to, catch up with everybody else. Uh,
Is it possible to have a good skincare regime with 3 products only?
I
I'm
think
like a 3 product max person. Any more of that, I
yeah.
bought the systems, I've done the like, and it just, I do it for 3 days and then I'm done. Like a
No,
cleanser,
no, I hear you. Yeah,
yeah,
so cleanser, what? And then what? What's the second
uh,
one?
cleanser. Uh, Now I do have like a combined retinol vitamin C
Serum.
thing,
Serum.
serum,
Okay.
and then a moisturizer.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
and then sunscreen, of course.
Sunscreen goes like non-negotiable.
I know. Well, you guys, you got to look at her. She is like this.
Yeah. So,
She looks
so
like this beautiful princess, and I'm this
no.
over
No.
sunned.
No.
It was my youth, Zhanna. It's what I went
Yeah.
to Santa Barbara for college. I didn't do a drop. I put oil on.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
This is a question on my intake form. Have you spent your 20s perfecting your sun tan?
Yeah. Oh, believe me. And what's crazy, my girlfriends and I, we laugh about it. We were so tan, but then we still went to the tanning booth. Like on top,
I
I
remember
know.
those days. We had tennis
Oh,
salons everywhere.
and they smelled and whatever. Okay, so
It
it
is
is
possible
possible.
to have three product skincare. I think as long as you're consistent, and that second one, that serum is a high quality, it's better to do one serum morning and night consistently than have a whole bunch of things and you're not doing them consistently. Consistency, like we talked, is so important. And I never start people on a whole bunch of stuff because it depends on the person. Not everyone ready. I say, "Well, why don't we do just one thing?" Because serums are what's actually going to make a difference on your skin. Not really creams. Creams have too big of a molecular structure. They don't penetrate as much. They sit on the surface, and that's their job, to hydrate, to create that protection, right? The creams, the oils, and then the sunscreen. But serums, especially if it's a quality product right now with the good research, right? With clinical studies, with non-toxic ingredients, with good penetration system, right? It's going to help. It's going to help. So you want to make sure you use it morning and night, and you are consistent. You mentioned about retinol. I gotta say one thing since I heard about it.
Yeah. No, please.
Vitamin A derivatives are very important. Like one of the first things that I give to people. But in
A as an apple, vitamin A.
yeah, vitamin like retinol, that's vitamin A
Oh,
derivative.
oh,
Yes.
okay.
So, but there's different types, and retinol is one of the most widely known. So you say retinol, everyone knows about it. But in holistic aesthetics, we like retinaldehyde. That's a different form of vitamin A, and that doesn't make you sensitive to the sun. So I prefer that form. It's a newer formulation. It's gentler uh, on your skin, but it's still very, very effective. So we live in such a sunny place here, right? Southern California. So I prefer my clients not worrying about that, God forbid, their sunscreen ran out of time, right? The sunscreen only
Right.
lasts. And then now their skin is so sensitized by harsh products like retinol, strong retinols that they're gonna damage their skin. No, I like something that is gentle on the skin, but still results driven. So retinaldehyde, in my opinion, is much more effective and gentler on the skin.
What's the second part that you're saying? Retinol what?
retinaldehyde. It's a
Oh,
just
the
different
hide. Okay.
type. It's just a
Oh.
different
You
type.
have you created your own skincare line or
Not yet.
do you
I love,
use one specific brand that you like or do you
yeah.
use a combination?
Combination. Yeah. One of
Mm.
my main brands is Osmosis Beauty. It's a holistic medical line. That's why I like them. Like it's a medical doctor behind it, Dr. Ben Johnson. I really like his teaching. You know, I study under his holistic aesthetic certification. And they're actually one of the first ones to bring in emotions that
Oh,
it affects your skin. So so that, oh gosh, you're talking my language. You know, I like that and diet, and so it's holistic aesthetics. So that's where I learned about different types of retinol, all the kinds of
right.
things,
Right.
right, and how it affects the skin. So I like that, and I also work with DMK, Danemantigu It's another very clean, reputable line. So there's so many different lines. It just depends on who is comfortable with, what they're training, what they philosophy they subscribe. So things like that. But
Okay. I like that it's clean too. It's
big
hard to
time. That
find.
has to be first.
Yeah, it really has to be. Um, what are some common mistakes women are doing when trying to fix their skin?
Yeah, I like the word fix. That's the first mistake, right? We don't want to fight with the skin. That's the where I'm trying to bring that awareness, right? Let's not send ourselves to exile. Let's not fight. Let's support. Let's support, right? So changing the outlook of what's going on, in my opinion, that's the most important. So if you get a breakout, it's not that you have to right away be negative to yourself and angry and try to dry it out. It's a message. Hey, your skin is giving you a message. What's going on? Right. So
Love that. The skin is giving us a message, you
yeah,
guys. It
yeah,
is true.
it is true. It is true. The body's so smart. The
Oh,
body always tries to get to homeostasis, to balance, to harmony. So if we get that purge, that means there's too many toxins that are they're trying to get out. There's something is going on there. So maybe whether it's with the diet, maybe hormones, maybe it's your stress, we just need to figure it out. Everyone is so different. That's why it takes time and a lot of talking in the first treatment when we start to see what's going on with you, particularly with you, right?
I love that. And i- your skin's not the enemy,
No,
right? It's
no.
just like you had said, it's the messenger.
Yes, yes.
So,
Oh, go ahead.
oh
Sorry.
no, no, I was just gonna say, like, it's true. The second I was like, I didn't really ever have really bad acne growing up. I'd get the occasional breakout, but still, I will like, I still get my period. So every time I get my period, I have this breakout. I'm like, oh my God, I'm 54 years old. What is happening? And
Yeah.
not to be gross, but the first thing I want to do is like scrape it out. Like,
Mhm.
I am not
Get
gentle.
angry at it, right?
I'm not gentle or like,
Yeah.
welcome, let's understand why you're here. I
Well,
do the opposite.
we don't have to be, weird about it, right? Like we're human beings, of course. Especially if you're having hormonal, of course you can be uh, having your emotion. You're having your emotion. That's fine, and that's what we teach. First of all, let's acknowledge, right? Like, oh, that's freaking like, I don't like it. Like, let it run through you. I'm not going to put it under the rug, right? We don't want to do any toxic positivity here. Then, like, okay, we don't stay in that. That's the most important. We acknowledge, and then what? Right? And then what?
Got it. Got it. Okay. What about peptides? It's all the talk.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if peptides for your skin. I mean, I'm so confused. Like peptides for my body, peptides for my skin. Is it another just money grab? Like this is where I just like it's so
Are
dazed
you
and
talking
confused.
about the ones, the injectables, the people they inject themselves? Are
I
you
think I'm
talking about
talking
those?
about them all, but then there are skincare peptides, right?
Yeah, there's peptides that we have in the skincare products,
Oh,
and
okay.
that's ingredients, and we had them for a long, long time. It's just the peptide trend that I think maybe you're referring to is that what medical spas, clinics that they now sell. It's like the injectables that people do for themselves. and there's some of them are for the skin.
Yes.
Don't have a lot of knowledge about it. It is a synthetic substance. So I'm always cautionary. I'm not going to jump on something that is, I'm just not sure. It's very new. I don't know. But I do see that some of my clients are doing that and they say it helps them with the energy, helps them with certain other things, well, like with healing, like of the body. Maybe if
Right.
there's a tendons or something hurts.
Right.
That's great. But I think that everything should be cycled. Like you see that you're doing certain things for certain reason, then give your body a break, in my opinion, you know.
Right. Right. Okay. Got it. Okay, tell us about your free Radiance Reset Guide.
Oh, yes. That's something on my website. People welcome to just download it. And it just gives a kind of a short and sweet guide to what we were talking about here on the all different levels, all my different four pillars, right? About the diet, about the ritual that you can follow with your skin, about uh, your skincare, just kind of a reset and give it a little bit of information about what it is that I preach, I guess.
No, I love it. I think this is I've like I said, I've never heard of a holistic, esthetician. I mean, I'm sure you're not the first one, but they're the first one I've heard of.
Yes, thank goodness we have more holistic estheticians. I think I took it one step further by bringing the emotional and mindset on a really official level now into this. This is
I love
very,
it.
very important for me. And to actually give you another tip, and maybe the listeners will also will benefit, what I also teach them is that what do you do when you apply your skincare? For example, at home, like you have your three skincare, right? Three products that you, okay, I'm gonna use them. Like, what do you think about when you apply it?
Mm.
So I
I
brief
don't even know
people
how to answer that.
because nobody thinks about it.
I'm
And
gonna think about it tonight. I'm gonna text you tomorrow. But Jana, this is what I thought about.
but here's the thing. E- Our skincare based on water, right? And water, as maybe you heard from the works of Japanese research scientist Dr. Emoto that he did this huge water uh, um, research, and it was very, very known. I think in the 90s, they still have. You can look it up on the internet how the water molecules change depending on what you tell it or you say. Like there's a crystallized water molecule that he would photograph, and he showed. Then it says love, and the other one it says hate, and another one is like before the prayer, after the prayer, all kinds of. It looks beautiful if it's love, and it's when it's hate, it looks ugly. It's all available very easily, Google searched. So when I was thinking about it, if the water is so acceptable of our vibration and our thoughts. And the skincare is made based water or aloe vera. Like there's a lot of water based, and we're made a lot of water, right?
Yes.
So that means the vibration that we are charging our products with and then putting in our skin and wearing it for hours might be, mindful. Maybe it makes sense to think about it. What do you apply? Why you even invested money into your products? Is it because my skin is wrinkly? Oh, my skin is so wrinkly. Let me
Mhm.
apply it. So that's what you're intending for your skin to be more wrinkly, right? Ask and you receive. You know what I mean?
Totally. Or can you flip it and just say, "Oh, I'm
Exactly.
moisturizing my skin. I'm beautifying my skin because it needs
Exactly. See, you understand. That
moisture."
was the next thing I wanted to say.
Yeah.
You
Flip
invested
it.
in your products because you want your skin to be healthy at the minimum. Like if you it's not easy for people right away to say, "Oh, I'm so smooth and not wrinkly if you have wrinkle." Okay, you got to say something you believe. Like I got this product because it helps me to create healthier skin. I can believe that when I apply. This is what you say when you apply your products.
I've talked to clients about that with food. There are no good and bad foods. There are foods, and especially with my kids, I said, look, it's all, in my opinion, it's all balance. There
Yes.
are foods that are going to help you, give you energy. help you perform better in that sport, just, by
Yes.
or fueling your muscles. And there are foods that are like, if you eat a lot of sugar, you're gonna just have that crash and it's gonna drain you of energy. Not good, not bad, just facts. Like, so, y- wow, I never thought about that with skincare. Oh my gosh, Shauna, I could talk to you forever about this. Where I think this is so fascinating, you guys, you have to check her out. Where can people find you? What is your website?
Website is radiance-coach.com. That's for my online platform. For my in-studio skincare clients, integrative-aesthetics. That's my studio, integrative aesthetics.
Okay, great. And I'll have all of this in the show notes as well. And your Instagram is at Radiance Coach.
Yes.
Radiancecoach. And thank you for sharing all. I think this is so exciting and so cool.
Well, it's my pleasure. It's my passion to talk about it. And I'd love for more women to just be kind to themselves when they see themselves in the mirror, right? When they apply those products, when they think about themselves, let's be a little bit more kind to ourselves.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Could not have said it better myself. Thank you so much, everyone. Go check out Zhanna. And yeah, let's all just be kinder to ourselves. Let's just think of it as we're just feeding, our body, our skin tells stories of our lives. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Let's embrace it. All
Love.
right, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. It's my
Okay.
pleasure.
Bye bye. And that's it for this week. If this episode made you laugh, nod, or think, oh my God, same, hit follow, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs it. You're not done. You're just getting started. So go take up space fully, loudly, joyfully. And remember, midlife isn't a crisis, it's a plot twist. See you next time on Now What?